We embarrassed my mom today. She told us not to do this. What'd you think of it, Mom?
I was very embarrassed, but I appreciate it. I did get a chuckle out of it when I pulled in the yard.
So this is our hero.
Oh.
We love her.
Hi.
What's up, guys? Good morning. It is Friday, April 17th. This video is going up today. So today is another day in the life of quarantine. So Shanley and I decided to start a little project that we're gonna make, and it's for my mom. But if you guys are new here, my name is Chris. I document the life of a flight attendant, the life of an Army National Guard soldier, and I try to give you guys like tips and tricks on how to live a healthy lifestyle while always on the go, as well as taking you guys along for my journey of accomplishing some goals. But like I was saying, Shanley and I have taken on a project today, and we're doing this for my mom. So my mom's a nurse, my stepmom's a nurse, my sister's a nurse, my grandma is a PA in one of the biggest hospitals in Boston. Shanley's mom is a postal worker. So we are among a family of heroes. Our neighbor has a sign that says a hero lives here, but you know what? A hero parks right here. So we were talking about that earlier, and my mom was pretty humble about her job and stuff. And she's like, oh, I'd be embarrassed if someone had that in my yard. So Shanley and I took it upon ourselves to embarrass my mom. So that's what we're doing today.
Evil.
And we'll take you along the day. I'll show you guys a workout. Also, I want to start every video with a quote. There'll be an inspiring quote or a quote that makes you think. And I want you all to interact down in the comments what you guys think that quote means to you. And I'll let you guys know at the end of the video what that quote means to me. I love this. So this kind of goes along with what's going on with the pandemic. This quote is by Joel Osteen. I don't know who that is, but if you guys do, let me know. It says, you're going to go through tough times. That's life. But I say, nothing happens to you, it happens for you. So see the positive and negative events. That's kind of how the quote goes. And what do you guys take from that? Do you guys have that positive type of mindset, or are you a person that kind of dwells on situations that may seem negative? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and we're gonna finish up this project. In the meantime, enjoy this drone footage. Alrighty, so sign is up. We're just waiting for my mom to get home. But Shanley and I are outside right now, kind of enjoying the weather. It's gotta be about 58 out right now. It's perfect in the sun, but if you're in the shade, it's too chilly. But I was scrolling through Instagram stories, and I usually listen to people that inspire me and have something to say, something important to say. And I stumbled across my buddy's post, Jared. He was talking about reflecting on this pandemic and kind of figuring out how to position yourself to have a job that isn't factored by a pandemic like this. So create something that is going to sustain, even if something as bad as this pandemic came about, to not have to rely on unemployment, as after Shanley and I just applied for unemployment. But I mean, we're both currently kind of working towards creating a sustainable income on the side while working for a job that we rely on, So we're trying to work towards building our own business and a way to sustain an income without having to rely on, a big company. And he was saying that an analyst said that this pandemic has fast-forwarded digital revolution by 7+ years, meaning that automated tellers, automated cashiers in grocery stores sped that up, meaning that there's going to be less of a demand for people to work those positions. So this pandemic is it's changing a lot. There are a lot of positives, obviously, to be taken from this, but kind of just keep that in mind. This pandemic is changing a lot. No one really knows when it's going to be back to normal, if it ever will. Who knows? But we obviously hope it does, and I think they're planning to reduce social distancing guidelines here soon. Kind of use this time as a way to reflect on your lifestyle, because I notice a lot of people that are doing this, they think that they have no time to do anything. But I just think it was, at the end of the day, you weren't living a fulfilling life. You were just going about your day-to-day tasks, and then kind of filling it with nuances of like traveling to random places to fill your day, to fill your void. Now that you're stuck at your house, you got nothing else to do. Take note of that, and then kind of think about like maybe past hobbies that you've always wanted to do, and dig into those hobbies. Test them out, try them out, you know? Because right now there's no better time, because all we do have is time. I want to up my editing. I feel like it's become stagnant. I want to kind of separate myself from other vloggers, and I think if I kind of do a little bit cooler transitions, I can't make myself look pretty, so all I can do is just try to be cool with transitions, because I'm not pretty. Life of a online coach. Babe, how is that going? How's the online coaching going? Tell the peeps.
Baby,
You want some recruits?
can you just give me 1 minute to finish writing what I gotta say? I can't do two things.
This is what happens when you get no love.
There's so much love being
Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. All
What
right.
do you want me to say?
Talk to the people. Is anybody else's dog like super scared of like cameras? Hey. Come talk to the people. Tell them about...
Eat your greens. That was a rude.
So a couple weeks ago, I told you Shanley's starting up this program where she's doing free coaching, and she's also providing delicious recipes. How's it going, babe?
It's going. Basically, I'm just sharing my own workouts that I do at home right now. And they're really awesome because they kind of start with the basics. So if you're a newcomer, don't worry, it's very user-friendly. I have a friend from high school that actually reached out and said that she's loving them and that it's keeping her motivated. So that's encouraging.
It's called You Movement.
It's called You Movement.
Love it.
And it's about doing you, for you, and only you. I'm very passionate about it because I kind of went on a self journey myself this last year. So basically, I'm just creating a community for people to work towards their individual goals, no matter what they may be. Doesn't have to be fitness related or, you know, dietary, but that's included because I personally believe that you have to have those fundamentals to be able to stay driven. The more you take care of your body, the more likely you are to feel energized to go do those things.
Are you still taking people on?
I am, as many as possible. I think
So
I've
if you
got
guys
about
want-
15 in my group chat right now, which is really awesome.
I'll give you her Instagram down below. Send her a direct message and
Actually, I have a couple crew
sign
members.
up. Look at that, she's already got crew members on
Yeah, Lucy and Colleen,
there. Woo!
my girls.
Do they watch I know Lucy watches my channel. Does Colleen?
I don't know if Colleen does, but I really like Lucy because she's really implementing all aspects of the You movement. It's not just health and wellness for her. We actually do FaceTime chats weekly just to hold some accountability
You get
for
to
her.
FaceTime chat with my girlfriend? What?
Yeah, so if you're interested, let me know. Lucy's awesome, and I'm available 24/7, so I'll get back to you whenever I can.
She's been busting her butt on that, so just want to give her props.
Thanks, babe.
And Archer Elite should be up and running by May 1st.
Yay!
I want to,
He's
before I
been
give
milking
you,
that baby for a while.
yeah, I actually found the logo a year ago. Been sitting on it, love it. Been too busy.
I'm obsessed with it. I wish it was gone.
And I'm actually working with a buddy of mine to launch a business here Monday. I'll talk to you guys about that next week. Excited to share with you what Archer Elite is, because I know a lot of you asked about it. But I'm excited to share that with you guys. So
Doesn't his intro look so cool? It makes me all like,
I know, gets me pumped.
gets me so hyped. I'm like, oh.
So a lot of people have been posting a lot of like easy at-home workouts. I'm gonna show you guys a really quick. You could turn it into an EMOM or an AMRAP. So EMOM is every minute on the minute, or an AMRAP is as many rounds as possible. This is a quick 10-minute workout that you can do. If you wanted to make it more difficult, you can turn it into an AMRAP, which basically means there's no breaks in between each set. So first workout is gonna be knee jumps. You can do 5 knee jumps, and then as soon as you're done with that, you're gonna do a push up to a side plank. 6 of those, and then you're gonna do 10 V-ups, and that would be considered 1 round. And if you were to do that as an AMRAP, you would just finish that cycle and then start it again. If you were to do an EMOM, it's every minute on the minute. So say it took you 30 seconds to complete that workout, you'd have 30 seconds of rest until the next minute to start the workout. What I do is, can you see that? So I put a timer on my phone, do like 10 minutes, 8 seconds to get kind of set up, and then I'm gonna hit start. So 5 jumps, knee jumps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're gonna go to the 6 push up to the planks. 1. Oh, sorry, buddy. 2. 3.
Wrong.
4.
Hold on, he's being an asshole.
And then 5. And then 6. So that's 6. And then you're gonna go right into the V-ups, which are these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
You're being a pain in the butt, Ron.
So I got 12 seconds of rest on that if I did every minute on the minute. And then after the 12 seconds, at 9 minutes, I would start back up the workout. I don't know if you can see that, but. And then for AMRAP, you would just continue that cycle without taking that 12-15 second break. But that's the workout. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What I've been doing is kind of mixing that in. I've been following along with that 30 days Devin Levesque is doing. So I'm doing that, and then on top of that, I'm doing the P90X down in the basement, incorporating some running and stuff as well. And as you can see, I'm out of breath, and that was only 1 round. So if you do that for 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes, you're gonna get a good workout in. You wanna go show them the sign?
Yeah.
Alright, so we finished the sign. Shanley is the workhorse around this whole sign. But anyways, all essential workers, not just nurses and doctors, thank you guys. But our neighbor across the street over there has a sign that says a hero lives here. And Shanley and I were kind of talking about decking out the whole house, like buying her like I'm a hero mug type stuff, because like my mom's like very shy and like humble when it comes to like the work she does. So Shanley and I kind of did this as like a fun way to kind of make her happy and uncomfortable, I guess you should say.
It was supposed to be on the fence pointing to there, but it wasn't really staying well.
So yeah, we put a hero parks here. So we're just gonna wait until my mom gets home and get her reaction, because she's gonna be embarrassed. And it's gonna be funny. She's gonna be like, you had that up for the whole day? I guess what you guys can take from this is, whenever you can, do something. Little things like this are nice things you can do to, you know, maybe bring happiness or even embarrassment to their day. Here's our seats and the main attraction.
This is what it's come to.
Gronk's got a front row seat to the show.
So let me sit with my humans.
Me and Bay, front row seat with the pup. And now we wait. We embarrassed my mom today. She told us not to do this. What'd you think of it, Mom?
I was very embarrassed, but I appreciate it. I did get a chuckle out of it when I pulled in the yard.
So this is our hero.
Oh.
We love her.
Hi.
She takes care of
There's
us.
a lot of other heroes out there, not just me.
But she's one of them.
She's
Look at
our
that.
hero.
Look at that. She's over there eating her humble pie.
He's been with us all
Hey,
day.
buddy.
Oh, God.
Drunky poo.
Yeah, we just did 3
Instead of
times.
cooking dinner tonight, my mom asked if we all wanted to order food, so we're gonna order food tonight. So we'll save the whole cooking thing for another video. And there's actually a video I do want to make where it's I eat my girlfriend's diet for a whole day.
You're gonna be so hungry.
So I'm gonna pick a day here coming up soon where I just like eat Shanley's food for a whole day, and then you guys can get an insight on what she eats. That'll be a video topic, and then I have other video topics as well. If there's other video topics that you guys want to see in this time of limited flying, if you guys want to see more about us living together in a relationship, if you guys have questions, we can do a whole Q&A video. I'd love to do that. But we're really limited right now, living at my parents' house. There's only so much to do. There's limited space in the house. We have to try to be respectful of the space that we have within the house.
It's community oriented. If you've ever had roommates, you know, everybody knows the golden rule: kitchens, community space, keep it clean, like basic stuff.
We can't do much at the house.
However, before we get too far off this topic, when we go to cook, how many calories do you take in each day on a regular basis? What's your max?
My calorie intake, it varies, 2,500 to 3,000.
Okay, mine is 1,650. Maybe on a big eater day, 1,700. So you gonna be hungry.
Well, the thing is, I started P90X like I told you guys. I feel like at some point here soon, I'm actually gonna go full force into a cut, just out of boredom. And I am gonna make a quarantine video, a video on how to successfully prep and prepare to lose your quarantine 15. So I'm just gonna make a video on like basically the steps and processes it takes to successfully start a fitness regimen and stick to it. Tell you guys that because I know a lot of you guys talked about when I posted about the stocks last time, you guys all chimed in a little bit. So what I am gonna be doing here soon is, because I got my stimulus check, is I plan on putting at least half of it into one stock. And the one stock that I do want to invest in is going to be Ford. I'm going to wait, I think, another couple weeks or a month before I put the money in there, but their stock's down. It's down to $5.09 per share. Their lowest point was $4.10 per share, but their max was like $9.42 per share. So there's a chance to double the money that I put in there. So I think it's just gonna be like one of those things where I just kind of like mess around and keep playing with it. Any like extra money that I make throughout the year from YouTube, I think I'm just gonna invest it into stocks and just see where it goes and grows. But yeah, if you guys do want to sign up, there's a link down below. If you guys want to sign up, Robinhood's down there. That's more for beginners. And then I just put the new link for WeBull. WeBull is like a more advanced stock account for people that are like more into stocks and they kind of get it more. But since I'm new, I'm still learning, I'm on Robinhood. So you guys have a choice. You guys get a free stock if you sign up, which is kind of cool. So to refresh our memories, it says, you're going to go through tough times, that's life, but I say nothing happens to you, it happens for you. So see the positive and negative events. What I get from that quote is that instead of looking at every negative situation as, why me? Why is this happening to just me? Like the world's ending, you know, like nothing's just happening to you. You know, if you kind of reframe your mindset and you kind of look at it as like a glass half full type scenario, you're gonna be able to see the positives in that situation, and you could reframe your mindset to use those things happening to you as actually a way to grow, to become a better version than yourself. So to not let that same mistake happen again, you know, take note of these things, journal, sit down and write these things down. Shanley's got me into journaling.
I love journaling.
Not as good as her. Like I'll do it like once or twice a week and I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta journal, and then I'll remember to journal. Just reading back on my past journal entries, it's kind of cool to reflect on like how much has changed in the past 3 months.
It was hard for me to get into journaling because I felt like I had to sit down and rate my feelings and go play by play of my day, and then I figured out journaling can be what you want it to be, and it doesn't have to be so...
She even has her journal here with her.
Yeah, we've kind of been bouncing around all day. I broke it down to a science, so I just do like a little side note of my day. I mainly only do that if I'm having like a difficult day. But I always write down things that I'm grateful for. I write down negative self-talks that I might have had that day, and then I rewrite them to something positive. And then I also have a fulfillment list that I have set for myself each year. It's like, it can be as long as you want it to be, but mine happens to be 15 things that I need to accomplish each day. I aim to finish maybe like 70% of that, just so that I know I leave room for human error. Not everybody's gonna have a 100% day. I think most people don't.
No,
on average.
definitely not.
But if you're at least pushing yourself 70% each day, then you go to bed feeling a little more accomplished. You get a lot of clarity on some of the things you thought were kind of a big deal, and then you realize that they really weren't. So it changes your whole perspective of the kind of day that you had in a good, positive way.
And don't confuse this gratitude list or fulfillment list with a to-do list, because a to-do list is tasks that you need to get done throughout the day. They're not going to bring fulfillment. So you're going to have your own to-do list, which is going to be like do laundry. Like, that's not going to fulfill you. The fulfillment list she has is completely different than my fulfillment list. I think the top 2 things on my fulfillment list are at least to get 30 minutes to an hour of some type of exercise in a day. And she's the one that kind of introduced me to this full fulfillment list, and it is a very powerful tool to have and to do. And like she said, like, you don't have to sit down and just journal. Like, you could literally just make fulfillment lists.
So when you make your fulfillment list, it should gear towards what's going to get you to any type of goal you might have. That could be a personal wellness goal, it could be a career goal, it could be moving into a house. Like, what is your main goal, and what are you gonna do each day to get you there? The other one can be health and wellness, mind and body, spirit. Like, a lot of people are looking to, they're not really religious, but they want to have a connection, an internal connection somehow. That's fine too. When you set up your list, it's catered to you and whatever it is that you want to accomplish by the end of the year. An example, when we started this job, not working a 9 to 5 every day was really hard for me, because I like structure. I like going to bed at the same time every day, getting up at the same time every day, doing my workout at the same time every day, having my coffee at the same time every day. And that was a culture shock for me. So the one way I was able to regain control in my life and that systematic vibe is to ensure that I at least get 7 hours of rest every day. Having 7 hours of rest gives me energy to be functional and have a good mood throughout the day. Am I perfect? No, but it sets me up for success. I'm not set up to be exhausted the next day, which would in turn make me kind of miserable to other people. So that's just an example of one of the 15 things I do have on my list.
And I think, like, a lot of people are trying to look for that work-life balance, and there's really no such thing as, like, I don't think there is a thing as work-life balance. I think it's just...
What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that, there's just so many, like, it's never going to be a perfect triangle of 3 things each day. So, like, you can sit down and create a work-life balance of 3 different things. I think it's going to be possible to live up to those 3 things every day. Because there's going to be some days where stuff pulls you into different directions. And I think life's about adapting and overcoming obstacles, and that's just kind of how it is. Like, you can create a work-life balance, but just understand that it's not going to be always perfect.
Well, that's kind of where the list ensures that balance, where you feel like you're getting it by giving in at least 70% of it each day. It gives you that satisfaction if you need that to thrive. It allows you to remind yourself, okay, I'm human, this wasn't a 100% day. I didn't get my perfect, like Chris was saying, the 3 points in the day. But I did do a lot of other things that are gonna get me to where I wanna be, and that's something to have gratitude for, that's something to praise.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, so he mentioned his friend Jared. He's a mutual friend of ours, but he told me something that I'll never forget. It's praise your progress. So for me, diet was huge for the longest time, and I've really gotten into a rhythm of eating well, choosing better choices each day, having a good balance between indulgence and lifestyle. And I praise my progress. You know, a lot of people will get hard on themselves if they have a muffin, if they cheat on their diet. That's okay, as long as you know the next day you're back to the grind. Because you're motivated. You're gonna go for what you want, you know, because it's gonna take you to where you want to be. So that's kind of something to remember. Always praise your progress, even if it's not 100%.
Don't always try to be perfect either. That's where you're gonna get down on yourself.
We certainly are.
But yeah, Shanley and I are gonna start a podcast at some point within the year as well. It's gonna be like a couples podcast talking about relationships, talking about stuff that we've overcome,
the highs, the lows,
talking about business, talking about like working together and like all that kind of stuff. And because we're still working through it, you know, no one's perfect, but we've come a long way since when we first started dating, and I feel like we have a lot to share with you guys. So there'll be a podcast coming. We're just trying to figure out names for it. Shanley had a really good podcast name idea, but I would love to hear you guys' ideas in the comments if you have any.
Ooh, yes. That's what you got.
And if you guys like us just sitting down here talking like we do, that'd be kind of like what we're going to do. It's going to be like coffee talks with Shan and Chris.
You know, fun fact, I never drank coffee before Chris. And I really, well, one, I associate it with like a bond. It's just nice for us to go do that. But two,
yeah, when we first met, like our dates were like coffee dates. We'd like get coffee, go hang out, or we'd just go driving in my car.
We still do that.
Just like we're doing now. We associate the car and coffee.
I'm a big car gal.
But we're gonna end the video here. Sorry, we don't want to take up any more of your time. I appreciate everyone's support. Super excited for 10,000 subscribers.
Praise your progress.
Because then I can hop on YouTube stories and start posting way more on YouTube and give you guys more insight on my trips.
Do you guys want to see Chris's first video clip of when he tried to record? It's really funny. He's come a long way.
I'll post it at the end of this video. It's
there's a whole science to how the process used to be. We'll show you. We'll give you some insight on it on another video because it's kind of fun.
Adapt, evolve, overcome. See you guys on the next video. Hello, my name is Christopher Kellum. I was born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts. I moved to Jacksonville, Florida. I recently just graduated from University of North Florida with a transportation and logistics degree. I'm also in the Florida Army National Guard as well, which helped pay for college throughout the years. I recently just enrolled into the EMT program here in Jacksonville with hopes of becoming a firefighter and paramedic down the road. Some of my hobbies and passions include studying nutrition. I love fitness. I love hanging out with family, friends, and whenever the opportunity comes about, I love to travel and explore different countries and learn about different cultures as well.